everyone and welcome back to the channel Football Club Barcelona Nation. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the game between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, the first leg of the Copa del Rey semi-finals. We tied the game 4-4 and it was another extraordinary game. 2 goals for Atleti in the first 6 minutes. They almost scored with their first attempt, which was even earlier than the first goal. We came back with 2 goals in 2 minutes and then managed to go ahead to 4-2 and lost the lead to a draw. Soloth again scoring in the last minutes to make it 4-4. A tough game to analyze, but we will take the draw. Moving to the second leg. I hope everyone is fine, so let's get into it. Starting with the lineup, Flick went with almost how we had predicted. Chesney in goal, and it was Kubasi and Inigo Martinez in the back, with Balde and Kunde as our fullbacks. And then in the midfield, it was Pedri and Frankie, with Olmo in the 10 role. Olmo got the start finally, but it was not the best game. Yamal started, Rafinha and Ferran Torres. So that means Lewandowski was benched, and Yamal from the previous game where we had seen the tackles on his leg, he seemed to have been recovered. So it was Lewandowski who was benched and Yamal coming in. 10 out of 11 for the predictions. So let's go into the first half. So at the very start of the game, their first chance, they find a cross into the box and this header almost got in. So there were signs. And then on the corner, Griezmann swings the ball. It was somehow flicked by Clement Lenglet and Alvarez managed to score near post. Atletico were 1-0 up. And in the 5th minute, Kunde lost the ball. Then Alvarez made a through ball to Griezmann. So basically Griezmann was left alone with Balde and Chesney. Griezmann on his weaker foot. Chesney got the ball, but it got in. 2-0 in the first 6 minutes. There was no offside for the first and the second goal. So we had a mountain to climb and it got easier for us. Rafinha made a very fantastic flick to set up Ferran alone. But I don't even know how to explain this. There was no power, there was no clue on how to score. He was good off the ball. We know how his runs are always good. But on finishing, it was very poor. So that was a huge chance for us to get into the game. And then in the 19th minute, we found the first goal. So it was Yamal to Kunde. Yamal made the flick through ball to Kunde. Kunde cutting it across into the box. It was Pedri who was arriving and we were 2-1. And then 1 minute after, we found a corner. So Rafinha took the corner and Pau Kubasi with the header. 2 minutes, 2 goals, and the game was tied at 2-2. The fans were very happy on how we had managed the game from 2-0 down to 2 goals in just 2 minutes. And then we thought we would be ahead. Ferran with a huge chance. He managed to round the keeper and it was just the ball with the net. Then I don't even know how he shot that ball. It was very poor of Ferran. They managed to clear the ball before reaching the goal line. And about 40 minutes in, we got the lead. Yamal was terrorizing the defenders. And not just Yamal, we were really pressuring Atletico. A second corner for us, Rafinha again. And Inigo was just left alone. Another good header. And we were 3-2 up. So it's not a criticism, but I can say it was only Ferran who was not up to speed. And going into the second half, there was a good cross and Pedri almost scored, taking the central position. By first half, you can see how we were really putting all the pressure to Atletico. We had 8 shots with 6 shots on target and 63% of the ball possession and 7 corners. So we were the better team and we managed to come from 2-0 down to 3-2. And going into the second half, we managed to take the game to 4-2. Yamal again terrorizing the defenders on the wing. An easy ball to Lewandowski, a tap-in. And what can I say about Lewandowski? He is also intelligent to stay onside. And then at that time, I was demanding for 5 or 6 goals. We know our Atleti are very defensive and scoring 4 goals against them, it would only be better if we had scored 5 or 6 or more goals. Then Atleti got back 4-3. It was another cut back into the box and Chesney could not do anything. Then Soloth came off the bench, scoring again in the last minutes. And it's just like the last game of the year 2024, where we scored first. We were really doing everything good, but we lost it in the last seconds of the game. And looking at the second leg in April, it's a big task for us for sure. So Real also won 1-0, a very important win for them as they'll be going to the second leg. And just going back to the game, we managed to do everything well. But talking about our offside trap and the high line, we really gave them a lot of opportunities to find a counter. And as I said before, it's a very tough match to analyze. What I will just pick from the game is that we managed to score 4 goals. And even when we were 2-0 down in the 6th minute, we managed to come back and even score double again to make the game 4-2. So we have to look at ourselves. Going into the second leg, we have to be focused from the very first minute of the game to the last game. We can't allow Atleti to repeat this kind of situations again in the second leg. And that will be that. So the second leg will be in April. So still like a month to prepare for the second leg. And we will have that in mind as we prepare for our next games. I'll see you soon with the next video. Thank you for watching and Visca El Barça.